Bow down before my psycho power.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we have some new Fahkumram news to talk about. It seems like we've been waiting forever for this to happen, but it's finally happening. The character releases on July 7th, and we're basically a week away from that time. What all of the players were waiting for is a Tekken talk because they've done a Tekken talk for every character since then. But this announcement is not exactly that. It's something totally different. And it's interesting because when you think about why that is, I know the last Tekken Talk they did got a lot of backlash. The Season 2 Tekken Talk with Anna, where they showed buffs, they showed this, they showed that. It got a lot of backlash. And then even if you think about some of the previous Tekken Talks, they were considered boring, too long, and just kind of confusing. We wanted the Tekken Talk experience to improve, but are they just saying we're getting rid of it altogether? I don't know. I don't know if that's a good idea because Fahkumram, not only does that character release, he also has a stage which we barely haven't got a new look at since like 2-3 months. And then also he has the final bounce patch that's coming for basically a couple of months. They said with this next update, they're going to be done with the game for about basically until Armor King comes out in like October. So I don't know. To put so much in this update and not to explain that update, not to like try to speak to the players. Is this a reaction to the hate? Is this reaction to the backlash? Because you know they've been getting a lot of it. If you've been watching my channel, you see how the developers are shifting when they're talking to the players. Back then, they used to have fun. Back then, they used to like crack jokes. Even when you watch the combo breaker reveal and previous reveals, they didn't crack no jokes, no nothing. They walked up on stage, we have a trailer we want to show you, and then they left. Usually there's this whole back and forth they do with the crowd. None of that. This is probably the backlash getting to them and changing them. But I don't know. It's just crazy. It's just crazy to see this all unfold because it didn't used to be like this literally 4 or 5 months ago, a year ago, Tekken 7 ago. But this tweet here from the official Tekken account: Fahkumram will be featured in Bandai Namco Summer Showcase. Ride a tuk-tuk with Tekken 8 producer Michael Murray in Thailand, the beautiful home country of Fahkumram. There's a little bit more. We'll talk about the video they have connected to this as well. But just that part there, where they're having this type of like video, like ride along type of thing with Michael Murray, where he's going to be talking about Fahkumram, showing the country of Thailand. If I had to take a guess as to why they are doing this, I would assume it's because of how popular Fahkumram was. Fahkumram in Tekken 7 was the top 5 most played character in the game. Armor King was number 4. And the fact that they're trying to really tap into the lore of Thailand and also Fahkumram, and they're really going above and beyond, it seems like they're really trying to play into that popularity of the character and say, look everyone, Fahkumram is back, buy the game, return to the game. They're trying to show the world that the king of popularity is back. It makes sense. And then also the Bandai Namco Summer Showcase. We don't know much about that, but what we do know is this. It says watch the global live stream at 12 PT, 15 ET, 21 CEST, 4 JST. Now, I will be streaming this on YouTube, definitely. This is also going to take place on July 2nd. So this is Wednesday. This is 5 days before he releases in Tekken 8. And I mean, technically, they could do another Tekken Talk in between there. They could just like really want to jam pack the release of Fahkumram and just stir up as much hype as they possibly can. That's also a possibility. In this video here, you see Michael Murray riding this tuk-tuk or tuk-tuk, however you say it. But he's just riding through Philippines and they're literally doing a video. I do want to hear like the journey, the creation of the character, because those parts is always super cool when they talk about the lore, the development. You know, last time with Tekken 7, they showed us early concept art. That's something people wanted more of with Tekken 7, and they did that to a degree, but they never showed us like early alternate designs. When you click on the Bandai Namco YouTube link that they have shared, it takes you to this video here, the Bandai Namco Summer Showcase 2025. It's a live stream where this video plays. So I guess they have a new Hero Academia game coming. Code Vein. So Bandai Namco probably wanted Tekken 8 to be a part of this event. So Bandai Namco probably wants as many people to watch this as possible. And they probably made Tekken, I don't want to say made, like forced them, but it was like, all right, come on Tekken, you're a part of this event. What do you have to show? Something like that. I could imagine with Bandai Namco trying to put on this whole entire showcase that they want obviously their main fighting game to be a part of it. I just wonder if they would do their normal Tekken talk because, you know, not talking about Bandai Namco and their own goals, talking about Tekken and what they need to accomplish. I think there's a lot that they need to explain and say and show to the players. And this update and this update really shouldn't be like a, you know, let's make everything right again. It should, but it also should not. It also should just be a celebration of Tekken and everything that makes Tekken Tekken. That stage looks really awesome. Fahkumram is a high usage character. A lot of people out there love him. If they can use this update to show that Tekken 8 still has hope, still has a chance to be balanced, still has fun, excitement, not for the pro levels or for tournaments, but for the average player. The way that the average player was able to pick up the controller and have a blast in Tekken 7, that is what they need to highlight once more with Tekken 8. Tone down all the aggression, tone down all the mix-ups, tone down all the tracking, the heat. I am really interested to see more about that rage art change that they were talking about. You know, that heat nerf that they were showing way back in the trailer where you pop heat and your heat start off as half health. There's a lot of interesting things that the developers have been showing. It's not all doom and gloom, but the part is that it's not here yet. We know these things like information and details and whispers and rumors, but we don't have it yet. And I think that's why they should do a Tekken Talk, is to funnel all of these ideas that we're getting excited about into the game, into an explanation, and really highlight also their philosophy, because a lot of people are understanding that their philosophy is the reason why that Tekken 8 went down this path. And if they can explain to us finally what their philosophy is, what they want this game to be, and how they want to change it to try to satisfy the players, I think that could be a really cool thing. When you look at the comment section, this person says, I'm sure the Thai people really appreciate being associated with some roided up fanfic of their culture. That's crazy, bro. It's like the same thing people said about like Josie. Like, oh, I'm sure the Filipino people love, you know, this anime waifu crybaby. I don't know. Why do people do that? Blackheart says, took after block on Twitter. Someone else says, no one cares about Fahkumram, just fix the game. And it's still in a messy state. So yeah, the players are still just as upset as always. Someone said they want Christine. Whenever you look in the comment section of a tweet that belongs to Bandai Namco or Tekken, expect to see nothing but chaos in the bottom of it. Players are angry, and we know players are angry, but this is why I think this update is a good opportunity. This is how we need to think of it. This update is a good opportunity for Tekken to show the world that it can still be good. Everyone expecting the worst, but here's the question that I pose. What if, and I know this is a small what if, but what if this update turns out to be fire? What if Fahkumram turns out to be balanced? What if they fix a lot of the things that's wrong with this game? What if? What does that future for Tekken look like? You know? I don't want the game to be doom and gloom and everyone just to hate it forever. I don't want the comments of Bandai Namco's tweets to be like this forever. They have to show the players that they're still capable, that they still got it,